Hello, and thank you for taking a moment to watch this video about Prosperity Central and how you can get more done in less time. My name is Jeff Osnes, and I'll be your host and trainer. So let's get into our topic for this video. Now, before we get into any specific training, how-tos or what-tos within the system, I want to talk to you about some comments that I've heard from time to time over the years from networkers as they're looking at systems like Prosperity Central. Whenever I'm consulting with somebody or working with somebody that's in the industry, somebody who's new in the industry, I'll hear them say stuff like, oh, I don't know if I need a system like Prosperity Central right now. I don't have a lot of contacts. So maybe when I get a lot of contacts, I'll get a system like Prosperity Central. I'm always scratching my head like, wait a second. So if we were to change the context of this conversation or comment that they're making, it would be the same as saying, well, I'm not going to open a bank account and I'm not going to start saving a little bit of money here and there right now. I'm going to wait until I have a lot of money and then I'll go and start saving that money. It's kind of a silly thing to do, right? You've got to build your army. You've got to start managing and organizing the contacts now. If you wait until sometime in the future when you have lots of contacts, you've missed out on huge opportunities. So we've talked a little bit about how to add contacts to the system and a little bit about why you should add contacts to the system. And I want to talk about that a little bit more as it pertains to this particular type of comment. And this comment I've heard from more than one person, which is why it's so baffling to me that there'd be multiple people that would have the same opinion, the same thought. Like, I am not going to get a contact manager until I have more contacts to manage. In the network marketing industry, your contacts are your business. If you're not making contacts daily, or at least weekly, you are not in business. It doesn't matter how many training videos you watch. It doesn't matter how much you learn about the compensation. It doesn't matter how much you know about the product. If you are not talking to people, you are not in business. And if you're telling yourself otherwise, I'm sorry to tell you this, you're lying to yourself. You're misleading yourself. And I would recommend that you change immediately and figure out, one, how you're going to start connecting with people, and two, figure out your process for managing and organizing those contacts. Even if it's just 1 or 2 contacts a day, you still need to manage those, because if you're not managing those contacts in an effective and efficient way, then you're losing money. You're losing money. So if you haven't watched the video on how to add contacts to the system, you can go to the channel and watch that video. I'll link to it here so you can click on it and go to that video. So all right, you get it. You have to have contacts in order to be in business. And you need to manage those contacts. I believe Prosperity Central is going to be the best way for you to do that in the network marketing industry. But hey, if you've got some other method, by all means, use that. But it is critical that you manage your contacts. But if you're using Prosperity Central as your contact manager, don't get overwhelmed with all of the things that you can do with the system. There is so much that you can do with the system. And so what I want to talk about today is being overwhelmed, or how to avoid being overwhelmed with a system like Prosperity Central. And so let's talk about this. So let's go to the contacts. So a lot of times people will come in here and they're like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Right? So they're clicking around, they're going to marketing, and then they're going to my website, and they're trying to figure things out. Now you should go through the welcome steps and get your account configured, figure out a primary video and things like that. But don't spend a ton of time trying to design the perfect flow, the perfect process. And we'll get into how to do all of that stuff on trainings. But when you're first getting started with the system, it is critical that you don't get caught up in all the minutia, all of the details. You can easily get lost. You can easily get distracted by everything that this system can do. Focus. 80% of your time, at a minimum, 80% of your time should be focused on the contact manager. And if you're super new to online technology, online systems, focus on just adding your contacts daily. We've already talked about how to add them. Just make sure you're adding those contacts daily. And why should you add them daily? This is critical. When you get a new contact, you need to add them to the system as soon as possible. We talked about this briefly on the other training, but one reason is you need them to start getting used to seeing emails, seeing your name in their inbox. So you got to get that email out. You got to get those emails out right away. The other reason why is the power of compounding. We've already used an analogy of banking on this training. You don't wait until you have $1 million to open up a bank account. You start saving a little here, a little there, a little there. It compounds over time. You'll be amazed at how fast your savings will grow if you'll add add a little bit to your account every day. Same with Prosperity Central. If you add a few contacts every day, think about it. If you had 2 a day, 5 days a week, that's 10 a week. After 50 weeks, you got 500 contacts. Now that's extremely part-time. But why should you add those contacts to your account every day? And that has to do with the power of the system, the autoresponders. Remember when we talked about adding contacts to the system and making sure that when you add them to the system that you also subscribe them to an email campaign? Again, as a reminder, make sure that you're letting them know that you are going to email them. But you need to add them to a campaign so that the system can start to drip on them. Look at this contact that I added just the other day. If I go to activity, this contact has already been sent a campaign message. That's an email that was sent to that prospect without me having to think about it, having to do anything. It was just automatically sent to that contact. Now, what's cool about that is emails are going out automatically. Now, I know that email delivery is not guaranteed. Whenever you're sending any email, especially a marketing email, there's a good chance that that might get caught up in a spam filter. Now, is that a reason not to send it? Not at all. We don't make our money off of sending emails. If we made our money off of sending emails, the network marketing companies would have no reason to have a distributor base. They would just send out emails to everybody. People would sign up, and you would have no reason to be a part of the company. This is a relationship business. And so while emails are good, they're only a piece of the puzzle. You are the most important piece. Now, the system dripping emails on people is going to drive some activity. Some people are going to see those emails. Some people might not see those emails. Some people that see the emails may actually open the emails. If we jump over to the dashboard here and we go to our activity tracker section here, you can see today we've had people receiving emails, clicking on links, opening emails, watching videos. All of this stuff is happening without me having to do anything other than adding the contacts to the system. So what I want you to get out of this training is the importance of adding contacts daily. Once again, you could add those contacts once a week. You could save your 10 contacts. Once again, I'm giving you very small numbers here in this example. I recommend at least 5 a day. But let's say you're doing 2 a day. That's 10 a week. Let's say you save it till the end of the week. You made 2 contacts on Monday, 2 contacts on Tuesday, and you don't do anything with them until the end of the week. You come in here on Saturday. You're like, okay, Saturday is my day to do technology, right? You're doing yourself a disservice because you could have added somebody on Monday. They could have opened an email on Tuesday. You could have known to follow up with them Tuesday afternoon. You could have followed up with them and signed them up. Instead, you took their information, you sat on it, and then Saturday comes and now you're doing technology, right? And you take that contact record, you drop them into your Prosperity Central account, you're super excited. Sunday an email goes out and they've forgotten who you are. And now they look at that email and go, what is this email about? This looks like spam. Click, delete, spam complaint, whatever that might be, and you've lost. You've lost. So it is critical, absolutely critical, that you make new connections every day. How you make those connections, totally up to you. Lots of different ways to make connections. We'll be talking about those as we go through this training. But you need to make connections every day. In my opinion, if you're part-time, 5 to 7 new contacts every day. If you're full-time, 10 to 15 new contacts every day. And those contacts need to be added to your system so that the system can start to drip emails on them. Now, does that mean you're done? You don't have to do anything else? Not at all. If you make a connection on Monday, let's say we talk to the Joker on Monday. we should have a plan in place of how we're going to follow up with that prospect, how we're going to work with that prospect. Some of that is going to depend on our conversation with the joker. If we talk to him and he says, I'm super interested, but I'm going to be out of town for a week, it would be silly of us to call him tomorrow. He would be a little confused. He'd wonder about our listening skills, right? We don't want to do that. So we're going to talk about some follow-up processes in Prosperity Central on how you can make sure that you never lose track of a prospect. So stay tuned for that video. That will be coming very, very soon. And so that's it for the training today. I want you to remember that it's important for you to focus on getting new contacts every day, adding those contacts to your system every day. Do that and you'll have success. I always tell people 10 new prospects a day keeps the bill collector away. Again, 10 new prospects a day keeps the bill collector away. And on that note, let's go ahead and wrap up. So once again, Prosperity Central is going to help you boost sales and growth. It's a super simple system. It's technology to present your opportunity for you, helps you organize your contacts. Price is phenomenal, helps you track your contacts' activities, helps you build a second income stream, and it is mobile friendly. We are all out there busy all day long. We need to be able to access our contacts on the fly. Once again, we have our pricing, the basic, which is $0, totally free for the life of the account. However, it is not what you need if you're serious about building an organization. You need at least the professional at $24.95 a month or the premier at $49.95 a month. I tell people if you're at the second management level within your company, you should be using the premier account for the team leadership functionalities that are in there. We're going to be talking about some really cool features that are available in the premier account only that will really help you drive massive growth within your organization. So stay tuned. And of course, if you don't have a Prosperity Central account yet, go to prosperitycentral.biz. That's my affiliate link. That's how I'm funding these videos. So make sure you go to prosperitycentral.biz and sign up for your Prosperity Central account today. Thank you again. Have a fantastic day and go get at least 2 new prospects today. And let's drive your business through the roof. Bye for now, and let's get more done in less time using the power of Prosperity Central.